Well, tonight, all 8 candidates for governor will take the stage in a debate.
It's happening at Pomona College in Claremont, and that's where our Jamie Yuccas is live with a preview this morning. She's joined by CBS News Executive Director of Elections, Anthony Salvanto. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning. I'm so glad you guys were talking about some of the new numbers out about immigration, because that's something that Anthony Salvanto has been looking at when it comes to tonight's debate and voters and how they're kind of looking at things. So many people impacted this, whether it's within their own family or even, seeing some workers, their landscaper or somebody working at their restaurant be picked up by immigration officials. It seems to be at the top of voters' minds.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the most important things. To your point, Jamie, when we did the poll, one of the things we've done national and we did here in California is ask people who they thought the Trump administration was targeting as part of the deportation program. Were they targeting primarily dangerous criminals or people who were not dangerous criminals? And the majority of voters told us it was the second of those. That it's not dangerous criminals. And what that does is it underpins that overall approval of the program, and that is underwater right now. That is a majority of California voters say they disapprove of it. Now, I should add, Republicans in California do approve, and that's been the case nationwide. The way that comes back to the debate is you're going to see, I think, a discussion about how the candidates, if they were governor, would handle not just immigration in the state, but how they would relate and interact with the Trump administration on the issue. So that figures to be central.
Because that is something we've been talking about this morning that the next governor is going to have to do. Whether it's a Republican or Democrat, you have to work with the federal administration on a number of these issues.
Yeah. Now, in particular on this poll, we looked at it and voters said, if they were Democrats, they want a candidate who generally is opposed to the Trump administration, but in particular on the immigration issue, they were looking for a governor who would not cooperate with ICE operations and the Trump administration as they were deployed if they were in California. So that's something I think you watch tonight. The candidates are going to try to convince at least Democrats.
And put a stand in.
Yeah, to say that's a place where they would show a difference, not just between each other on approach, but with the Trump administration.
Anthony, you're visiting from the East Coast. Yeah. Were you a little shocked by our gas prices out here?
Well, I have family out here, so I know, and I hear about it.
The Sunday conversation phone call.
Exactly.
We're up to $5.
One of the things about it is California's gas prices. Yes, number one, voters say they think it's been a financial hardship, the increase. The question is also, though, what they attribute that to. So in one respect, we can look at something maybe a governor could do here in California. You talk about the California gas tax.
Right.
Now, for a lot of folks, a lot of Democrats in particular, say that the added cost to gas, if there's a trade-off for environmental policy, environmental regulations, Democrats in particular think that's worth it.
Okay.
But at the same time, there's a split among voters where, okay, in principle, would you suspend part of the gas tax in order to get prices down? That's divided among voters. And I think that's probably going to come up in tonight's debate. What would a governor do to try to offset or mitigate some of the impact of those rising gas prices?
And before I let you go, obviously we talk about gas prices. Yeah. It's tied to the war in Iran right now. How are voters feeling about that? And how is it tied to the governor's race here in California?
Well, it does tie to gas prices. We've seen nationally that voters attribute the rise to the conflict in Iran. Overall, California voters, you get majority disapproval of the conflict, and I think that does tie back. And I think when you talk about what can a governor do, there's a lot of technology industry, defense industry, all of those things in California that a governor could potentially, have an impact with as it relates to foreign policy in that regard, in the military, but also with regard to gas prices. I think you're going to see candidates talk about how much impact that may have had, and then you start the blame game there. That's going to be a key dynamic.
All right. Well, Anthony, thank you. Guys, we're diving into so many of these topics. We have more interviews ahead, too, from people here at the school. So excited to be holding this debate tonight. We'll be back in just a little bit.
All right, all that data, very eye-opening. Thank you. Again, the CBS News California Governor's Debate tonight at 5:30 p.m. Our Pat Harvey is one of the moderators, and you can watch it live on CBS LA Channel 2, KCAL Channel 9, and always streaming on CBS News Los Angeles.
California is at a turning point, and the stakes have never been higher. On April 28th, these candidates will take the stage at Pomona College to explain how they intend to lead our great state forward. You told us what you care about, and now we ask the questions you want answered. Join us for the California Governor's Debate, live Tuesday at 5:30, right here on CBS LA.
great tip or story idea? Maybe you want to share breaking news video? Just text The Desk. You can even ask us questions or express concerns about what's happening in your community. Text The Desk at 818-221-2222.
We are CBS LA. We are yours.